I want you to sit back and wait till you hear what is going to be talked about on tonight's call. You know, if Spinfinity, the global profit pool, and Infinity weren't enough excitement for you, well, look, if the ability to operate multiple business income opportunities wasn't well, put it this way, folks, it's the beginning part of what will soon become one of the greatest remuneration charitable foundation projects that the world has ever seen. Scott is going to tell you even more about when this entrepreneurial business machine that you're part of is going in the coming months and even years. So, without further ado, folks, let's bring Scott to the microphone and let him tell you all about it.
You live in that environment. You see things from a very different perspective than the general population. You have to understand how to get a technology or a product or a service out to the general population without confusing them, especially if it's new. I can give you an example. My team and friends of mine who are really the technology guys, and I'm more of the entrepreneur guy, they built this this wireless network in the middle of Aspen, Colorado. It meshed together the whole city, which doesn't sound like much now, but this was before Wi-Fi and WiMAX were even names in the industry. We built out that network, completed an entire network in Aspen, Colorado on this open signal frequency that nobody in the world had done before. The FCC, Michael Powell, who was the FCC chairman at the time, he wrote all the rules for Wi-Fi and WiMAX while off of our network. These are the kind of things that we've been doing for a long time and have grown into and built businesses with. You know, one of the things is that, my name is not out there like the Steve Jobs and things of that nature, mostly because all the businesses that I have either owned or operated, I've either built and sold, built and merged, or they're very, very early adopters where we were the instigators, the people who helped bring a technology and things to marketplace. So that's why if you go do a Google search, you're not going to see me all over the place. But at the same time, I have a lot of very, very, very wealthy friends that are very successful that you wouldn't know their names either. So what we've done is that I, being an entrepreneur and a business person, is that I always liked the network marketing concept, but I was also very fascinated that it was a business, a multi-billion dollar industry, and some say even now multi-trillion dollar industry with all the sales and the commissions being made. I was very interested that most people don't make money in it, but they're still extremely loyal and dedicated to the process. So over the years, I was always trying to figure out, what brought that loyalty, because I wanted to bring that loyalty into my other businesses. They bring sales and marketing and all that type of stuff. So it was a bigger picture for me. And one of the things that just came to me was that, it was the breaking down of the business. Most network marketing companies have one product, and it's usually a product that you don't do in your everyday life, and I'm just going to use a nutritional product, and there's nothing against them. Actually, we're going to have a fantastic nutritional product in our program. It'll be one of the products. But it's usually one drink or something of that nature that is $120 a bottle. You know it costs $5 to make. In 3 months, most 98% of people haven't made any money, and they're going, okay, I don't usually take this stuff every day, and it's really expensive. I'm $400 or $500 into this. I haven't seen a thing. I haven't seen a penny, and you're gone. So you have these huge attrition rates. So one of the things that we wanted to make sure is that first of all, we weren't a one-trick pony. When we're coming out of the gate, we will have the auctions site. And our auction sites can be quite a bit different than these other ones. You see these other sites, and they just have really, really basic things on there. I always use the vacuum cleaner and the chainsaw. I don't know who's buying vacuum cleaners and chainsaws, but you know what? I'd go to Target and buy one for $49. I wouldn't be buying one on a website. I want to buy something that I either have wanted that may be out of my price range, or something that is a little more exclusive that is like, wow, I've always wanted to have that. We're talking about, Rolex watches we'll have on our website. We'll have diamond earrings, real nice quality things. We'll have gold bars, silver bars. We'll have collectible coins. We'll have all sorts of products and services that are just things that people want or have wanted, maybe haven't wanted to shell out the hundreds or thousands of dollars, and they all won't be these super high-end things. But you can see that it's a different attitude. We're not going to be doing, as I mentioned, I just love that people buy vacuum cleaners on penny auction sites. It just amazes me. So we wanted to, even though it's a business, it's very high profile right now. So we wanted to start with something that is very high profile with a couple of businesses having good success. We knew that would get attention in the marketplace. But what we'll also have within weeks of going live is we'll have a second business, we'll have a third business, a fourth business, and a fifth business that you can participate in. You could stop being part of the bid site if you want to and start another one and be part of another one. You don't lose any of your genealogy. You don't lose any membership or any of that nature. It all ties in. GlobalOne Company is the foundation, and the businesses are just business avenues. Think of them as a company that has multiple products. Like, let's use a nutritional product again. They may have a drink. They may have an energy drink. They may have some sort of vitamin. Well, those are three products within their one family of their company. Ours we're taking that to a whole nother level where you have entire businesses that you can operate, be proud to operate, be proud to be part of, make outside commissions on, and participate, Spinfinity, the Global Profit Pool, and Infinity all at the same time. And you do all this simultaneously. You don't have to learn a bunch. There's not a bunch of tricky mathematics in the matrices. There's not a bunch of, if you do this in this matrix and you got to do that over there and you have to change your, the whole way you market to somebody else. None of that stuff. Everything we do is simple. It's simple. Anybody can get it in a matter of minutes. So one of the big things we wanted to do is make sure that we had products that people actually wanted to be part of, would be proud to be part of, and we've accomplished that in the next week or so. We'll be announcing all those businesses. Another problem was price point. There was always these very expensive things that most people knew weren't that expensive to produce. In addition to that, a lot of people don't have, and a lot of these organizations said, buy the super PAC for $495. If you're going to be a leader, buy the super PAC. Well, there's a reason it's $495 because if they go over $500, you have to start submitting paperwork on all the states. They don't want to go to that extreme, so they keep everything under $500 for your super PAC. Now you're buying a product at $100, $200 a month, what have you, and again, it's usually something you don't usually do in your life and the whole bit. You're not making any money, and that was a huge issue for us. So we have price points in every business that start very low, and you can upgrade into different levels of participation. In the iGo Bid Win, we start at $10, and it goes all the way to $100. It's a 10, 25, 50, 75, and 100. You can upgrade anytime you want. You can downgrade anytime you want, for that matter. Another thing we've done is that we've said, that person who only had $10 to get in, they probably don't have a lot of money, but we're going to show you about what kind of commissions you're missing out on in that back, and when you look at your back office. We're going to allow you to upgrade to the next position up until the second that we do the next spin. A lot of companies, first of all, upgrading is usually something you can only do like once a month or some of that nature because they don't want to give away those commissions to you. They want to keep them. We want to give those commissions to you. We make our money. We've already made our money. So we want that in your hands. So why would we, torture you and say, you could have made all this money? Well, you got to wait till next month. You know what? Tonight would be a spin. Tonight's the 25th. At midnight tonight, if you joined the program today, you would be spinning into a money position in 7 o'clock. So in 5 hours, you'd be moving into a money position. If you had joined 3 days and 5 hours ago, you'd be moving into the top tier in the higher money positions. That's how fast people make money, which leads me into the other part of the problem in network marketing. No one ever makes any money except for the super, super powerful people. In our program, Spinfinity allows you to make money without ever referring a person. Now, you're going to get excited because if you do refer someone, you're going to make 20% of their checks every 3 days in Spinfinity. In the Global Profit Pool, for anything they do there, you're going to get 20% of that. And then when you hear about Infinity tomorrow, you're going to make 20% of all that. So people have never seen a check before. Not $1 are going to get paid. a lot of binaries, things of that nature. You don't get any kind of money until you've referred 2 people. Most people can't refer 2 people. They're gone. They're out of the business. A lot of programs, you see in these binaries is that you have your power leg and your profit leg. I'm not sure why they call it that, because I see $400,000 and $500,000 and $600,000 of volume in one leg, and I'm getting paid a couple $1,000s over here. Well, where's all the other money going? Well, it's going to the company. They're keeping it. It never made sense to me. If we can, when you see the third part of this, you already saw the first 2 parts of the comp plan. When you see the third part of this, it's a complete package. It's for the individual who's never been able to bring on a person in their life, and for the people like you guys are going to make numbers that you've never even thought you would be able to make. It was that dream maybe, but these are going to be huge, huge, huge numbers for you because of the simplicity, because now the people below you, they're not leaving every 3 days or every month. They're staying in the program. So that was another thing we tried to fix, was the price points, the products, and then also the people actually can make money very, very quickly, and also for the leaders to make super, super big payouts later on. You can make as much as you want with our program. We've seen programs that we've studied every one of them, hundreds of them. We've studied every one of them. We've studied the big boys. We've studied the failures and everything in between, because we wanted to see what worked, why it worked, what didn't work, why it didn't work, and all that. So I've seen programs that if you make too much money, they start penalizing you. You worked your tail off of your family, and this is your income, and they're going to take that away from you? That never made sense to us. If you're going to work your tail off to help us be a bigger and better company, and you're representing us in that capacity, I want you to make everything you can, every penny you can. So that's just another philosophy we have. It's that we don't need to make a bunch of money on our end, because it's going to come in volume with us. Plus, when I tell you the bigger picture, you'll see there'll be other outside profits being made. So we're going to be fine on our end. It needs to go to everybody, so everybody is happy. Thus, you don't have people leaving, and everybody stays in and makes more money in the long run. So that's what we tried to fix with this, and we think we did a really good job of what we have here. Now we've taken some other components that no other network marketing company has ever done that I know of, is that what we're doing is that we have when you get your commissions, you'll get, let's say, $1,372.23. You're going to have the ability to do what we call a round down. That 23 cents, you're going to be able to put that into our Project Save Lives Humanitarian Project. And it may not seem like a lot to you, 23 cents, 42 cents, 60 cents, whatever it is. And this would happen every time you get a commission check. It'll round down, and you just put it in there. And that's up to you. You click a button, yes, I want to participate. No, I don't. But hopefully everybody on this call will say, heck yeah, I'll give 23 cents, 48 cents, whatever it is. And it's just the pennies. It's not the dollars. It's just the pennies round down. But when it's happening tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of time, it becomes a pretty nice little check that we can buy product with. Now, I'm telling you the big picture, because I want all you leaders to really understand the big picture, that you can start dripping this out to your people, so it's not an overwhelming thing for them as we go into the next weeks and we go live. And I know you guys can understand it and handle it. So what will happen is that with the Humanitarian Trust, we have access to the most incredible eco-biosciences that have come about in decades and decades and decades. These are absolutely amazing, amazing products. And this gets into the same type of thing, is that we run around with entrepreneurs. We run around with people who invent things. And so you get a lot of interesting things across your desk. Some of them are quite often kooky. Some of them are breathtaking, like what we have here. I've helped this company along with financially and things of that nature, and this gets into it. I don't brag about what I do with my money, but here I am helping a company that is going to change the world. But you know what? I don't post that on the internet. I don't need to. The products are going to be out, and they're going to do what they're going to do, and we will do a lot of great with it. So getting back to the charitable. So what will happen is that we have a water purification product. It may sound, okay, well, I've heard of water purifying stuff before. This water purification product is so powerful that 1 kilo of it, it's a powder form, 1 kilo of it can purify 400,000 liters of water. 1 kilo. Salt water, contaminated water, contaminated river water with pesticides and herbicides and all that type of stuff. That's how powerful this stuff is. And that 1 kilo does not cost a lot of money. It's not $1,000 or anything of that nature. It is in the dollars. So the amount of money we're going to be able to do to be able to help purify and clean water is just one of the items. We have another product that you basically rinse your vegetables and your fruits and things like that, and you don't have to scrub them, you just rinse them. It basically kills all the protozoas, the bacteria, any kind of fecal matter, hepatitis, bug larvae, all that type of stuff. And so what happens, you have a healthier product, and it helps it last a week or two longer. Well, in Africa and Indonesia and all these places, India and so forth, where our stuff's going to be going, that 2 weeks is life and death for these people. We don't think anything about it walking in the store and grabbing an apple. Matter of fact, if we see a bruise on an apple, we're wondering why it's even sitting on the shelf, because no one's going to buy it. We have a third product that is for beef, chicken, poultry, things of that nature. And this will keep chicken from getting salmonella, things of that nature, and this does the same thing that the other product does. These are just scientific variations of the base foundation, the base chemistry that was many, many years in the making. So now that fish, that chicken, that beef, all that type of stuff, they last a week to 2 weeks longer. Because you got to remember, a lot of these places, they don't have a lot of refrigeration. If they do, it's very nominal. It probably not as powerful as our refrigerators. You have unsanitary conditions that we're just not even comprehending. And so if you can have things, someone catches their fish and it lasts longer. You can feed more people. You have a healthier community and so forth. That's just to give you an idea of a couple of products. We have another product variation of it that you put in the water while you're watering your small little farm or whatever it is. A lot of these places just have, they have a few rows of crops. They don't have acres like we think about. There's just a few. But the problem is that their ground soil is just dirt. There's no nutrients or anything in it. It's just dirt. Dirt doesn't grow plants. It's the nutrients and the minerals and the oxygen in the water and so forth is what builds the plant. We have a product that helps build the structure of the plant, and it keeps bugs and all that type of stuff from eating all the stems and the fruit and the leaves and all that. So you have a healthier crop with a bigger yield, and then you wash it in our little bath thing, and now you have more product, more corn, more apples, more whatever it is, tomatoes, whatever it is in these countries. So now you're feeding more people and sustaining life better. We have another product that is a picture like a Lysol spray, and this is now bringing us indoors. You spray this in a room, and we've all seen the pictures of doctors in these just shabby conditions, and there's a line of kids and families out the door getting a checkup and medication. They have to give surgery. They give surgeries in these substandard conditions. Our product, you could spray in a room. It gets rid of HIV. It gets rid of all viruses, molds, and I mentioned already the hepatitises, I'm probably saying this one wrong, the variant bird flu, all those things. It gets rid of all that stuff. It also gets rid of mosquitoes, flies, gnats, cockroaches, bed bugs. Everything is gone. It doesn't kill them. They don't like it, and they leave. So they leave instantaneously. In 3 minutes, you have a perfectly sterile, healthy environment for doing your medical, doctor stuff. We have 15,000 doctors that will be taking our product over and using this in their facilities and the places that they're going to be helping people. We have every major charity in the country that is already established. We don't have to go out and establish our relationships with all these different countries and all these towns and communities within Africa, within India, within all these other places. We already have partnered with every single major charity in the country that will take the product over for us. So all we are doing is taking the product and say, how much of the water purification do you want? How much of the all the other stuff do you want? And we just give it to them. All we ask in return from them is say, you know what, take a video. Show us, just take a 5-minute video or a 2-minute video of the good that this is doing. And let us post it on our site. The doctors are going to give us testimonials and show us all the good that's happening with our product. Give me just a second here to take a swig of water. I've been talking since 4:30 this morning, California time, so it's been at it for a while. So you're getting a kind of a big picture. Well, these are just some foundation products that I'm talking about. We have water. It is one of the scientists in another company we work with is they've been working with water for many, many years. They have been able to take water and manipulate it to the point where they can adjust the oxygen levels in water, the mineral levels, the pH balance, all that type of stuff, just on a computer in a machine that they have. They have water that is so life-giving that you could put it in a tray and you could put seed in it in the dark, and that seed will grow. It doesn't even need light. This stuff is unheard of. We can now have trays of food growing in a warehouse, on a ship, on an airplane, delivered to these places, and when it gets there, all they do is they just open it up, and it grows in the sun. You add sun to it, it grows even faster. Now we have healthy food that's being delivered to them that they don't even have access to. We're also doing a variation of that for their livestock, where we're growing oats and barley and things of that nature. Fast-growing barley grows very, very rapidly. A lot of these places, you see these desert areas that there's no food for the cattle, and you see all these bones sticking out of the hips of the goats and the cows and stuff. We're going to be sending this food over. Now you have healthier cow, healthier goats, all that type of stuff, which means better milk production. If they're using it for beef or for food, they have a healthier meats and more of it. All this stuff is all coming from the charity. It's all coming from you guys donating 20 cents, 10 cents, 80 cents, 60 cents at a time. This is how powerful this is. There are a list of more products that are this amazing that I haven't even told you about, and they're all just as impressive. It is absolutely amazing stuff. So now here's where it gets really fun. Global Profit Pool. These companies that I work with, all these products are just as amazing to save lives and the whole bit there with water and all this other stuff. We also have for sale products for profit that are products that we can use here. I can't announce them right now. We're just at a phase right now where we just are not ready to announce some of these products because they are going to change entire industries, and we don't want to get the word out too early because the markets will shift, trying to prepare to keep us out of the market. That's how powerful they are. And when I'm talking about marketplaces, I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of millions and $1 billion markets that we will disrupt with products and services that have never been out before. We are going to be the ones who will be selling them to the global marketplace. Some of the products will be on store shelves that everybody in the world can buy. So if someone you don't even relate it to, nobody related to GlobalOne picks up that product off the shelf that we produced, there's a profit made on that. I take a percentage of my profit and I put it in a global profit pool. So you guys make money on it. Nobody in GlobalOne had a direct purchase of that, but guess what happened is that because of the charity and all the good work and all the good people that are around us, we have some of the biggest names in Hollywood and music and television that are all ready to put their names on this. They're ready to go as soon as we're ready to rock this thing out, and the names are very impressive. You have thousands and thousands of letters coming from doctors. You have videos coming showing all this goodwill that's happening. In real-life circumstances, you cannot buy that credibility in a lifetime. We're buying that credibility in weeks and months. So when our products are on the shelf using the same foundation of these eco-biosciences, we have, when they say, well, okay, it's a new product, but how do I know it works? Well, you would just go to our website. You'll see 14,000, testimonials from doctors. You'll see 4,000 videos from every single major charity of the world telling us how good our stuff is. The science is in with your product you're buying right here. I think that's a pretty good endorsement. We know we're going to have huge sales. We already have the biggest retailers in the country ready for our products. These are game-changing. The timing, this couldn't have been done last year, and it couldn't have been done next year. It's perfect timing because of our relationships we have with these products and these sciences. There are several of them that are in industries that I'll give you an example. I can't tell you what the product is, but it's in the cattle industry. There is something that happens to cattle, and it's the number one cause of monetary loss in the entire cattle industry around the world. And we have a product that prevents this from happening. Nobody in the world has anything like it. We already have all the science behind it. We already have every major distributor in the industry that distributes around the world for all the various things that go to cattle farms and dairy farms and all that are already clamoring to get our product. It's a multi-billion-dollar loss to the industry. How much are they going to pay to not have that loss anymore? We are the only people in the world to have this. It's nothing. I don't think anyone on this call is going to be buying this product unless you got a dairy farm or a cattle farm. You're not going to be buying this product. But guess what happens is I'm taking part of my profits and I'm putting it in the global profit pool. And it's going to be a ton of profits. That's just 2 products I've talked about. We have 300 on our list. 300 game-changing products in all walks of life. Things you couldn't even imagine. You're like, wow, I never thought of that before. Marketplaces that are so massive that you just don't even understand how big they are until you're part of them. Everyday chemicals and things that you have in your kitchen and things like that you buy. We have eco-friendly, bio-safe stuff that is so far beyond safe, it's classified as a food product. Your dog can eat it. Your kid can eat it. You're not going to get sick. That's how important this stuff is. Plus all the good we're doing, changing the world with everything else we're doing. There's just so much good we're doing with all this stuff. So you can see how this starts happening is that because GlobalOne donated pennies, everybody in his members donated pennies to the charity gave away all this great product around the world for goodwill. We have every star, rock stars, music stars, it's going to be Hollywood stars, some of the biggest names in television. When we're able to announce some of these names, you're going to be blown away by this. Who's behind this? We already have endorsements by the African Chamber of Commerce. Every major charity is behind this. It's amazing. But that goodwill gives us a letter of endorsement that you cannot earn or buy in the world. So people are going to be buying our products, all of our products, and they're all safe, they're family safe, they're kid safe, they're friendly, the whole bit. Millions and millions of dollars in profits we've made over here. They are going into the profit pool. You are going to enjoy that on your own points that you earn. You're going to get a share of that global profit pool. Everybody else who's earning points in the global profit pool, you're getting 20% of theirs through your 5 generations. It doesn't matter if the profits came from outside. The profit pool just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's just divided by the people who are earning it. You as founders, there's a whole second profit pool that only you guys are in. So as the company gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it's the same amount of people in the profit pool. So you can imagine when it gets 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times bigger in profits, you're getting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 times the commission checks. There will never be any more people on the founder's profit and the founder's side of things. So, but the company's going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm going to tell you about another thing we're doing. Want to give you this is a fun project now because this one I can tell you about is we have a product that'll be for sale. It is any woman on here can attest that cosmetics and anything that can make you look younger, feel younger, the whole bit is going off the shelf. Matter of fact, a lot of men are jumping in now and they won't tell you, but they are. We have a product that is so hydrating and so good for the skin. There is nothing on the shelf anywhere. Revlon, Rock, it doesn't matter. Nobody has anything close to this because we have the super hydrating water. Most makeups are 80, 90% water. Most people don't realize that. We have these bioscience compounds that we're able to basically, they just change the compound to do whatever they need it to do. So we get this super hydrating water and perfectly balanced water with the bioscience. And we have a product that is so amazing. We put a batch together just, for our testing, and we gave some bottles to some very high-profile Hollywood types. A very high-profile Hollywood couple offered 9 figures to have the rights to this hydration cream that the wife liked it so much. And when it was turned down, they offered 10 figures for the exclusive for this product. Still turned it down. This is our product. Not theirs, it's ours, and it's part of the profit pool for you guys. I want to take it a step further because this shows the scope of what we're doing. The products, not only we have the facial creams and things all that, it is so different. You can tell instantaneously when it touches your skin. There's nothing you've ever put on, and I can guarantee that part. But we also have a lotion. Well, the lotion is not just a lotion. We have a lotion, We have a lotion that has an SPF in it, so you can, for sun protection. We also have a lotion for people who don't want to be in the sun. They can give them a light, medium, or darker tan. We have this, the rights to this FDA, EPA approved oil, and it comes from like a coconut or something. It's pretty interesting how they extract this oil, but the oil doesn't stain you and make you look orange like people are used to with these fake tans. It is so natural looking that people cannot tell the difference between the tan. So if you're very sun conscious in the whole bit, you now have a light, medium, and dark version of this lotion. You just put it on in the morning like you do any other time, and you're going to get a nice little tan. Well, we also have a version that has, remember the spray in the room that I told you about that gets rid of the mosquitoes and the bugs and all that kind of stuff? We have a bug repellent. We're also not only going to sell that, but we're going to be giving bottles and bottles and bottles to go over to Indonesia and Africa and places like that. And when the families rub it on in the morning, they don't have mosquito bites. We've just helped with malaria. So there's a lot of cross going on here. Now here's where it gets really fun. Our product, what we're doing is that the containers that the product comes in, they are clear plastic containers. We're sending them to Africa, Indonesia, and India, and the kids in school are going to hand paint little pictures of African kids or whatever they do, and they're going to put their little initials on there, and we're going to give them $1 for every unit that they sell. They're going to make more money than their parents. That's the packaging that's going to be on the shelf in all these stores and supermarkets and chain stores around the country. You don't think that's a great story? The people that are interested in this story will have us on every single television news station in the country and the world, for that matter, because it's such a great story. Because not only are we doing this great good, we have the whole charitable side of things that people are going to hear about. Then when they hear about the Project Save Lives, they're going to go to the website and they're going to see we have a whole series of for-sale products that they can purchase, or if they have a business or some of that nature. And now they're going to buy our products because of all the great things, not what you're doing, but the great things that the products do. Everything that sells in the for-profit, a percentage of that of mine goes into the global profit pool. I don't know I don't know any networking company does anything close to this. I'm going to tell you guys one more thing because this can start leaking out, and this is going to be a really fun thing that we're going to do down the way. Just as this is a very, very well thought out and very well structured plan, we will be taking, I don't know how many months down the way. Let's just give it 3 or 6 months. There's no timeline on this, so don't put a timeline on it. But what we're going to do is we have our membership growing and growing and growing. We know that we're going to have a lot of people out there who have good ideas. They may have a new software that's going to change things. They may have a new, whatever it is. They've invented something. They have a product that they want to get out. They don't know how to get it out. They don't know where to get it produced. They don't know how to get it created. Another thing that most entrepreneurs have a problem with, inventors I should say, is they don't have the money. They don't have the capital. A third thing they don't have the marketing. We are going to give a call to every single person in our group, in our program, in our business, in GlobalOne to say, look, if you have an idea that you think is good, you think it might be good, your wife has something they think is good, your next door neighbor, your grandfather, your mom, give it to us. If we like it, we will help produce it, we will fund it, and we'll get it on the store shelves, or if it's a product that needs to be sold, like a software in it, we'll help get it marketed on the internet. But guess what we have? We have a group of members who are going to buy the product, use the product, or promote the product from within. Well, what we will do is that you have our guarantee that we're going to make it happen because we would never ruin our reputation by trying to get sneaky and take something. Matter of fact, we want to brag that we helped somebody who had an idea for the last year, 2 years, 5 years. We helped them get it launched, help their dreams, help their family. But guess what we're going to ask in return? We're going to ask for a little bit of a percentage in profits to stay with the company. Well, guess where those profits go? They go right back in the global profit pool. We don't know how many winners we're going to have. There may be 1, there may be 10, there may be 1,000 winners. All those profits are going in the profit pool that you guys are sharing in. Tell me any other company that even thinks on this level. I don't know of any. So I'm going to kind of leave it at that long-term plan. And I'll tell you what, I don't even know what this business is going to be in 5 and 10 years from now because it's going to look a lot different than it does now, but it's going to be very, very successful, I'll tell you that. So with that, I'm going to end the call, and I appreciate everyone. Like I said, I see a lot of different states here, a lot of East Coast. I see different countries, and I know it's late in a lot of places. I really appreciate everyone being part of this. it has to happen with you guys. It doesn't happen without everybody with enthusiasm and all you leaders that are out there. And trust you, your name and reputation. That's the key thing here, is that we're here to give all the support and everything you need. So your name and reputation is safe and sound, and you're building a solid business for you and your family and loved ones and so forth. And that's what you can do with this. I've never, ever seen a business program developed like this that gives you such opportunity in so many ways that this can't be emulated. Nobody in the world will be able to emulate this program. It would take them decades to put this together, because this is a lifetime of my work putting this together. It didn't come together overnight. So, again, I appreciate everybody here. You're helping make my dreams come true as well. We're going to do so many good things with this, and a lot of people are going to do very well for themselves. And it's going to be fun to be part of. It's going to be fun to see the evolution, the programs, the products, the services that we come up with as a team and as a group. It's going to be amazing. Who knows what we can change out there? And like I say, we may have the next Steve Jobs out there in the audience that can put together something to change everything. And we help put that together, help make it happen. Hopefully have 10 or 20 or 30, 50 or 100 or 1,000. So that's the big picture. You can start, telling people that general concept. I think it will help as we move forward here, and all you experts out here will understand that very, very easily and be able to translate it to anyone coming in. So with that, I again thank everybody for being on the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next call will be Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 7:30 Central and 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks again for joining us on the GlobalOne line, and we'll see you again Tuesday evening. Have a great night, folks.